Just wait for it to come up on Twitch.
Give me a box.
Just wait for a few people to jump in the stream. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Division 1, Round 6 of the SLR Championship. I'm SLR Darnell and I'm joined with no other than my fellow elite driver and former or reigning old Division 1 champion UK Beast Assassin.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Looking forward to it.
Indeed. Bit of a different duo. First time we're in the booth together, so gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Cloudy skies at the minute.
Yeah, I've been informed it's completely dry for the whole of both sessions, race and qualifying. But that's a good thing for the drivers, not necessarily for us as viewers.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit of rain, but we did get that in F2 yesterday.
Yeah, didn't we just?
Following SLR Morgan, he's the first man out on the track, so he'll most likely be the first man to start a lap. Be interesting to see the amount of drivers sporting the helmet design from Scope, so I don't know if I can see it too well, but yeah, Morgan is kind of sporting a similar livery to what Scopes has, and I know that a few drivers are actually racing under his number just in support for him. If any of you guys watch the Wednesday side pod, then you'll know the story and what he's going through. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, it's great stuff what the league's doing for him and for many others. It's not just obviously him. There is plenty of support being dished out left, right, and centre. Obviously,
for sure. Yeah.
Great league to be in for that kind of thing, and obviously racing as well.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, that's why we're all here for racing, but the fact that it's more as a support network for those who need it is quite good. Anyway, let's actually get to the actual racing.
I think Morgan just started this.
Yeah, so Morgan now. Just needs to get a nice bank lap in to start with. Track, you've got clouds in the sky, so the track's probably quite cold at the minute, so we have... I know, that's not... I always get tricked by those yellow flags in the last sectors.
Yeah.
But this track is quite difficult. I know there's certain traction zones which are hard. I know like turn 1 and 2 is certainly tricky on traction. Final sector as well. And the corner Morgan's just gone around. Which he's almost gone... Oh no! He's out already, and he's pretty much rolled the car.
No way.
That is a spectacular crash.
It's not what you want to see. He definitely has pace. As of recently, he's been near the top almost every race he's raced in, so that's really unfortunate for him.
Left session as well, so I don't know whether this is rage quit or it might be worth trying to get him in at Q3 before we jump to the race, just in case. Maybe he's just frustrated. Hopefully he'll calm down in the next hour, so long he's got to wait. Anyway, his teammate crosses the line, sets the first lap, 1:15.8. Followed by Kevin, which goes 5 cents quicker. And we'll try and catch if anyone else is around. Liam's invalidated, just John Connell with him, but Race Roller goes quicker, number 1:15.2. So it's only Q1 and they're already, well, look, with the track temperature and low 50s, it's kind of expected, to be fair.
I'm not
just
sure.
Have a yellow flag and go on.
I'm not sure what kind of times we should be expecting in this division? I know in Elite we'd most likely be expecting sort of low 14s, but here I don't know what we could expect in Q3.
No. Just following SLR Owen around the final corner. He's got quite a nice helmet actually.
Yeah, I was
His
just
own
going to say
helmet, I've
that.
not actually seen it before.
He asked me to mention it on stream. I didn't even have
Oh,
to.
his helmet design.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I spotted it straight away and I was like, oh, that's quite nice. Quite a few drivers seem to be invalidating their laps as well. Just went to SLR Ranga and he has invalidated as well. McEwen is on a lap though, he's in the final sector and he's also invalidated. So a lot of drivers are struggling with the track limits in Q1. Trying to find someone who's actually on a lap.
They're in a pink Mercedes. Are they on one?
No, but it looks like Southerners will be the next guy to start one, so I'll stick with him for now. Chopping
I think Owen is. I think he might be on one. He's gone around the final sector now.
Owen? Oh, I've just had
Yeah.
him. I was on board with him a minute ago. And he
Oh
posted
no,
that.
he's invalid.
Maybe
That's why.
So, Southerners starting his first lap of the session. If I'm right, he's P4 in the championship. He's not too far off the lead of the championship. I know that in Australia he had connection issues, so he was forced to leave the session. If he had finished that race, depending on where he finished, he could have been a lot closer. But this title battle, I know we're only in round 6, but you've got at least 4 drivers within 10 points of each other, so it's really close.
It is crazy tight. Reminds me of good old season 4.
Yeah, it was tight to an extent until you just kind of disappeared.
I think if yourself and Leon were there earlier, I think it would have been a different story.
We just need to stop dwelling on Div 1, otherwise we're going to
Get emotional. But yeah, Southerners is on a good lap. He had a purple sector
yeah,
1.
it's looking... Yeah. Nice tidy chicane as well for around the final corner.
He's right in.
You do. E5.
Lost out quite a lot in this final sector.
Yeah. I mean, he's only 1 millisecond off McEwen. So their laps are ridiculously close at the stage of qualifying. See Gito's invalidated.
Olka's just starting
on
now.
a lap. Follow her in a second. I've just got Guna because he's in pretty much heading into the final sector now. I think when it comes up saying purple, I think I had it in the last couple of qualifying sessions when I've streamed. It's on their first lap. It always says it's got purple. Oh,
there is a
spin.
He
had a bit of traffic ahead of him. He's got Liam ahead.
I know in F2 yesterday we saw Adam McKeon have spin at the same place actually in that kind of long right hander section 3. Maybe there's something going on there.
Most drivers are in the pits. Just noticed clock is up to P4. I didn't actually notice that. I don't know whether he's just posted a time. I think he has. But at the minute, Race Roller and Kevin GT are quite a bit ahead of everyone else. Saying that, Culp has just gone third with 15.4, so there's a little bit of a gap for the top 3 at the minute compared to the rest.
Oh, there's a Williams in the gravel round turn, I think 8, the fast uphill right. That is. Yeah, it's
going to be Liam, I think. Yeah, Gito's in the pits. Here is Ranga. On a few corners. Looking quite tidy again. Ray almost steps out on that penultimate corner on the exit. DRS wide open. Not particularly the lap he was probably hoping for after. He's gone quicker than his teammate though by 3 tenths. But with 8 minutes to go, there's still a handful of drivers which haven't even posted a lap yet.
I think Branger as well as Liam will not be very happy with their lap times. Branger's likely see him through to the next stage of quali, but Liam's being almost 3 seconds down is not going to be safe, I don't think.
I think anyone really from... I think Branger's lap might just about be enough. But I think anyone from division downwards is definitely needs to worry.
Definitely.
So we've got Jib Jab here in the Ferrari. McEwen's teammate hasn't had what he'd probably agree with the greatest of starts of the season. He has gone in between the 2 Red Bulls. I believe he was in the top tier last season, so I'm sure he'll be hoping to get a run of consistent results in, build up the confidence, try and mount a challenge to his teammate and the championship.
Also, Owen just improved by half a tenth. So it's likely not going to be enough to see him through, so he'll probably have to go again later in the session.
So at the minute, you're cut off. You've got Liam right on the brink, but everyone else below him hasn't posted laps. So Briggs's coming around the final corner now in the McLaren, and that should see him. Yeah, he's gone above Branger. That should see him through that other time. So now Liam's bumped into the bottom 5. Gito's still down there, and he's got. I've just followed him on board, and he's got an invalidated lap again. So it seems like he's struggling out there with the track limits. Have we got anything in the Twitch chats or?
I was just having a look. I can't see anything yet. I was maybe going to ask for some poll predictions or top 3.
Yeah. There's absolutely no one on laps, I don't think, at the minute. Nope. So we're just going to follow Hulk around. Oh no, we're not. I think Gito's on a lap again.
I think Colker is.
He is.
I'll stay on board with Colker.
I'll stick.
Know how that's
Yeah, I'll stick. I'll stick aboard with Gito because he's in very much danger.
Yeah.
He needs to get a lap in here, otherwise he's in trouble. 21-2 in sector 1. Good enough, I'd say, at the minute. A little bit of a lock-up going in there. Looking good on the power and the traction. This corner, this chicane is super hard to nail. If you stick your foot on the gas too early, then you're gone. It's mastered it. Now to the fast right. Nice and smooth, DRS wide open. This lap should see him through if he just needs to keep a tidy last sector. Doesn't need to go too crazy. The guy's definitely got pace and he's shown that already. To the final chicane, bit of a lock up again, but it's all clean. He'll be definitely happy that he's actually got a lap in, and that will see him go 5th behind Tooman and ahead of Klopp.
So just looking in the stream chat, Freeman says we won't really get an idea for pole until Q2, which he is right. Anything can happen in Q1. People are putting in banker laps just to make sure they're safe. You never know what can happen in Q3.
I've had this chat open since we started. I'm just reading through it now. I didn't realise Zydrad, Dana and Beast, unbelievable duo. There's also some jibber jabber going on. That's actually what's we got? Baggy fan, Beast. Can you tell us what happened heading into second chicane at Monza in season 4?
Well, I'll actually let you. I want to hear it from your point of view.
Well, I was just taking a nice casual lead.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, you did have a little nibble in turn 1. Got a spinner?
Almost. I believe it was Division. Caught the gravel on turn 8 on the exit.
yeah, you had a nice nibble into turn one, but didn't quite get it done, and then I was just taking myself into the second chicane and just got finished off really. But that was our icebreaker, I think.
Yeah. What a race it was. Yeah. I think from my point of view, I like you said, had a nibble turn one, didn't get anything done. Then into turn four, missed my braking point, straight into the back of the app. Yeah, completely my bad.
Liam's just posted a lap that was quite significantly slower. I think he's going again though. He pretty much just has this one lap.
We've just seen Guna get disqualified for blocking the pit lane. I think he's had a spin on the entry, and obviously as he's parked in there because he can't move, he's blocked the pit lane and been disqualified.
That's not what he wants at all. That pushed division up, and the middle division into Q2. Got some big support in the chat as well from Ben. He's supporting his teammate Guna, but also Savannah, who's in a racing point. I know he put some support in the chat earlier. I'm not entirely sure why, but he did. Maybe he's a Savannah fan.
Who isn't a Savannah fan? Go. Up the uni.
Up the uni. Yeah, here comes Liam. Followed him for the whole lap. Can he get himself into Q2? Oh no. Unless he's got enough fuel in the tank to go again, but that'll be 3 laps for those slots. I don't think it's going to be enough. So Owen's on an hour lap at the minute, so he still has a chance to improve, and Predator's just... Oh, Liam's lost it. I'm just funny thing there. That's Liam's session over then, surely.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Ranga's gone 4th. I don't know when he posted that, but I've only just noticed it now. Must have been fairly recently. So the World Championship leader, P4, and currently 2 men ahead of his teammate in P5. This is quite a crucial lap though for the Preds.
Yeah, I was just about to say he's
the 10th.
The 10th down, I believe. Oh no, he's the 10th up.
I think it's come up as purple for me, so... Yeah, it's 10th on his personal best.
Yeah. Which, at the moment,
needs to find
won't be enough.
No, he just needs another half a tenth, I think. He's only a tenth and a half off of Division, but Division I think's still out there, I believe. Here comes Predator, he's crosses them and he goes above Division. So now it's, yes, and Division's in Sector 1, so Division's just started a lap as well, so this is even more crucial for Division to get this nailed. He's just gone slower by half a tenth in Sector 1. It's not the end of the world, it's only a fraction of his best lap.
So Owen, down in 18th, is almost 4 tenths up on his time. In fact, he's now 2 tenths down, so he's lost a lot of time in the sector.
I've just switched to him just because he'll be the next man to cross the line. Big last sector for him. Such a hard sector at this track. And this is where he's going to need to find all the time. He's going to need a good 4 tenths. Well, more than that. He's going to need about 6 tenths to get himself through. Don't think it's going to be enough. It's not. It's going to keep him 18th. So now it's all on Division, and Division is 10th and a half up, so this is going to be super tight. He's only a 10th and a half off Predators his fastest lap anyway. This is going to be very close. And he just misses out.
Unfortunate there.
Unfortunate for the Red Bull. Yeah. So there's your eliminated 5 of Division in the Red Bull. SLR Liam, SLR Owen, SLR Morgan, and SLR Guna. Plenty of SLRs dropping out there.
There's plenty still in though. We've still got Kolka, Ranga. Oh no, there's only 2. Oh no, and Keon or McEwen.
Just getting just got in the streaming chat that the game volume's a bit too loud. I know the Jam Brothers turned it up yesterday. I'll turn it back down a little bit. Just let us know if that's any better. And I've just got a message from Owen as well saying, well, I won't say that out. Angry words that he got knocked out. He said my power meant I had no force feedback that whole last lap. So
yeah,
some
I believe he's having like issues with his power in his home. He's just sent me a video of his lights flickering where there's like a lack of power getting to his house, I guess. It's not the best time for that to happen.
Christ. No, not at all. SLR George saying interesting quali so far. I mean, your top three. Well, yeah, it certainly is interesting. But I think Race Roller and Kevin, at the minute, I know it's only Q1, but they definitely look like they have the pace at the minute. Gito with a 15.7, I'm sure that you can go quicker. I've seen his time trial laps, but like we all say, that's only time trial. Tuman's quite a surprise as well, I think. He's not had the greatest of starts of the season, and I'm sure that he'll be hoping to get a really good qualifying today, especially the nature of the track. It's hard to overtake at this circuit, so Tuman can get himself up in the mix in qualifying, then might give him a good shot for the race. There we go. Finally the session ends.
Very close, well, kind of close quality. From 1st to 15th is just over a second, so it's pretty close.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that all of these drivers have plenty of time to find as well, so
yeah,
it is definitely close indeed. Race Roller, he did have pace in the F2 race. I know that you were involved in the battle as well yesterday with myself, and Race Roller was in it as well, and he's certainly a quick guy. I mean, it was F2, it was a little bit different, but he still had some good, really good pace.
Yeah, for sure. He's a new guy on the scene, but he's learned the ropes pretty quickly, and he's up to pace straight away. Given the likes of Ranga, McKeon. Who else we got? Southerners giving them all a run for their money.
For sure. Me or the sky looks even darker. I know that this game isn't. This. I know that there's been times where they've said no rain and it has rained, so wouldn't rule it out. Don't believe the weatherman. Who's going to be first out this time then? Looks like it's going to be an Alpha Tauri.
It is Predators.
Getting straight out of there. On the mediums, there's a right mix here. On the tyre graphics on the side, you've got half the field opting for the mediums to start with, and the other half currently selected with the soft, but could well change. The three that have just come out, Preds, Kolka and Ranga, all going for the medium, so this tyre they preferably want to start with. Whether they can get through is another question.
Yeah, we've got plenty to save. Race Roller, Future, Doom and Southerners. I hope Southerners has just switched. But yeah, I think starting on a source will definitely hamper you in the race. With the medium hard, I believe the strategy is here. Well, it's the optimum strategy. But of course you can stretch the softs out and go into the hards. Or sometimes people stretch the softs out and do soft and medium, which is crazy that people can do that. I've never been able to stretch tyres like that myself. But fair play to anyone who does.
I'm not too great at my tyres myself. Predators, just before he started his lap, proper went off in that final corner. I'm very surprised he didn't get an invalidation straight away, but he's got away with that. We'll follow him for this lap. The man hoping for a solid qualifying session, Mr. Consistent in this division. The guy never seems to pick up penalties either. See what you can do on his lap.
Just looking at the screen chat again, we've got Ben saying that he still believes in Guna, that he's going to win the race, starting from 20th after his disqualification.
All of us support it.
That'll be a great race to watch from him.
Yeah.
Tuman says he's glad he nailed Q1 time early. He spent the rest of the session, I'm not going to carry on what he said. Surprised he's actually shared that with everybody.
I hadn't even read it, but there we go,
No.
friends with a 16.8.
I didn't proofread it before I read it.
Callum just started a lap, Jib Jab's on an out lap. Kolka goes quicker by a whole second on the mediums. 15.8, that's a good lap for mediums. That is,
Yeah.
that is a very good lap for mediums. Gito's invalidated his lap on the mediums and he's going to the pits. Ranga's done a 16.3, half a second off Kolka's effort. Southerner's just coming to the end of sector 2. He goes purple but probably misled again by the game. This sector's such a difficult sector.
Yeah. When you run like Preston, it can be very.
Yeah. As the racing point comes around the final corner. 15.8, just short of Kolka, so currently these two drivers are out on their own in terms of lap time on those tyres. Just short of Kolka's effort. Got Race Roller on a lap. Another favourite for Q3 and potentially even pole from what we've seen so far from him. And the lap's definitely looking good. Got Kevin off the track, but I think he's just allowing him past. Be interesting to see if Kolka and Southern's laps, or even McEwen, if their laps are good enough. I don't think.
It'll be a tricky one.
That's a good. Yeah.
I think it'll be close. I think they'll have to obviously go out on the softs and then maybe back off if they know they're safe. Obviously, finish their lap if they're in the drop zone.
Yeah. It just all depends on what those who actually opt to get a lap in on the soft, what they can actually do. Nice balls.
Yeah. Well, we saw in Q1 we saw 15th place had I believe it was a 16. No, sorry, a 15 on the soft. So
And that was 15th.
Yeah, you'd expect
What?
everyone in this lobby to be able to throw faster than 15.6 on soft.
Yeah. Apparently a Renault 1-2, but Toulon crosses the line and goes 6th behind his teammate this time in Q2. 16 flat, pretty much the same as Klopp. But Kolka to Toulon, quite a close gap there, but I'm sure the drivers below, well, to be fair, every driver's probably going to be looking at those softs. I'd be surprised if no one doesn't. Vito's back out on the track though.
Alan McKeon, or SLR McKeon, is on another flying lap on the same set of mediums. He's committed to using the mediums.
Well, see what you can do. Oh, he's almost lost the rear, but he might have lost the time he's gained. See if he can improve on a 16 flat. No, he did lose the time on that exit off the chicane. Gito coming around the final chicane now. One of the only two not to post a lap yet. Zenon is in the pit still and he hasn't even set a lap. The Gito shortest run to the line, 15.9 from him. Just behind Southerner and ahead of Kewen. So race rollers certainly still setting the pace, and his Tiger effect has changed to a soft compound, as has Ranger's. So like you said, I expect all of these boys and girls to be going out on saying that. As I say that.
No, it's not from the pit.
Yeah. Is it?
Is it? No, it is. There's a racing point.
It is from the pit. Yeah.
In turn 2. Human.
Yeah, it is 2 minutes. He's damaged himself as well. He's lost the rear going around 2. It seems. But Kolka retiring from the session, confident enough she can get through on 15.8 on the mediums. I mean, ballsy.
Yeah, might come back to bite her. Especially if we have more drivers going onto the softs.
For sure. I think Preds is on a lap. I think he is. He is. He's just gone fractionally quicker as well. Going for another run on those medium compounds as Predators. Currently with a 16.8, which is 1.2 seconds off the current pace on the same compound.
Ooh.
Yeah, a bit wide going to that chicane. Still up on his time though by a 10th, so it's not going to set the world alight. At this rate, it's not going to put him above Jib Jab in 12th, so whether he backs out of this lap or carries on.
Just looking at his ERS, it might run out before he gets to the line, if it doesn't derate.
It looks like he may have backed out. Yeah, he has backed out.
Yeah.
So Zenon's actually out on the track now with 5 minutes to go on the mediums. Interesting that he's not, from what I've seen, come out of the pits until now. Confident enough that he can get through on mediums. We shall find out.
The game.
I mean, technically, you're gone.
I was going to say, yeah, the game has shown that he's got 2 purple sectors actually, purple 1 and purple 2. So this could be, if the game's not lying, a very good lap.
So technically at the minute, 16.4 is what he needs to be aiming for, but that's certainly going to change in the last 4 minutes. And that is his teammate in 10th, which is on the cut-off. But here comes Dark Zenon, Div 3 reigning champion. Goes 9th, it's above his teammate and it's above Ranger as well, so it's in the top 10, but whether he's going to stay there, I mean, he still has enough time to get in the pits and come back out on softs if he wants to, which I think he probably should. I think there's one driver on the track at the minute on softs, which is the Mercedes of JH. Sprint race winner from yesterday's F2, funny enough. Congrats to him for that win. He's let Jib Jab pass, and now he's having to wait for Jib Jab to start a lap. That was a bit odd.
Is Jib Jab going to have enough time to get back round and start, or get back round, get in the pits and then get out for a soft lap? I don't think he is.
If he wants to get on those softs, he's going to have to go like this lap. But it looks like he's committed to... I know he's backed out.
Yeah, he's validated.
But Willie, he's going to have to speed up if he wants to get out again. Even still, like the time now, 3 minutes. He's gonna have to put his foot down.
Yeah.
Can't see anyone else out on the track on the softs apart from JH, which is on a lap at the minute. So if he's to put himself, saying that, he actually has got an invalidated lap, which I've only just realised.
Just to note, Ranga has come back out all mediums.
How interesting. I'm not seeing, like, you've got Preds as well, out again, for the third time on mediums. You've got some people sat in the pits selected with softs, but JH looks like he's going to go again on those softs, so I think he does want to get himself through on those softs and into Q3. But yeah, at the minute it's just JH out on the track with the softs.
People clearly opting for strategy over track position.
Interesting as well, because this track is certainly a hard one to overtake on. Track position at this track more than others is certainly key, so interesting strategy from these guys. At the minute, with 1.5 minutes to go, Kulk is still sat in second, so unless we see a mass exodus of JH just invalidated again, that could be a session up, I think. Weaving around, doesn't seem like he's happy. Race Roller has retired from the pits, that's both runners retired from the pits, and Race Roller will start on mediums. Yeah, he will.
Quite a few people retiring. Race Roller and Suffers now joining. They're pretty confident. And now Kevin's joining.
Yeah, it's starting to all drop. Yeah. I mean, everyone on the grid, everyone in the 15 at the minute is set their fastest lap on the mediums, so Ranga's certainly in trouble. 10th place at the minute. And he's going for another run on these mediums. I mean, he can certainly find more time in his lap. 2 minutes out there. 2 minute Riggsy both out there on softs.
Yeah. They're the only ones looking like they're going to go to the track position. Over strategy.
Ranga is 3 tenths faster, so it could potentially put him anywhere from like 7th plus, potentially even 6th if he can get even quicker in this final sector, which he's just almost lost the rear. Hopefully it didn't cost him too much time. Comes around the chicane, nice and early on the throttle. Around the final corner, ERS is out already though, but should improve. Does improve, I think, by 2 tenths, but 10th place, and Riggsy's out there as well, and Riggsy's 2 tenths quicker. Ranga's in trouble. Riggsy's just gone purple in the middle sector. If you could keep an eye on anyone else's laps, if they are on quicker ones.
Yeah, Predator is 4 tenths down on his time. Monkey is 2 tenths up, but 2 tenths is not going to be enough to see him get anywhere near Ranga's time.
It's all on Riggsy then, in the McLaren. So Dark Zenon's through, and Riggsy is also through that. Ranga's out. Championship leader out of qualifying. Tried to get through in the mediums, but couldn't get a lap together, and he is out, along with Jib Jab, JH, Predators, and Monkey. If he can not improve, I think he's up on his time by 2 tenths. So Monkey comes around the final corner. Can he get himself into the top 10? 14th. So there's your top 10, and there's your 5 out of Q2. Shock really to see Ranga out, and also to be fair, Jib Jab as well. JH, both of them, all 3. Monkey, Predators. Quite surprising to see them out of Q2.
Yeah, I think Ranga being the biggest shock there. He's, as you say, championship leader. You almost expect him to be in Q3, but he's taken the risk of getting the laps on the mediums, which has gone against him in this case.
Yeah. So Riggsy is the only man out of these 15 drivers to post their fastest lap on the softs, so he's going to be on a completely different strategy to anyone else, because I can only imagine the guys at the back who got knocked out in Q1 will also probably go for the medium. So if Riggsy can get a good Q3 and get a good time and qualify himself as high as possible, then he's going to need it, especially with the softs he's got on for the race. He'll need some clear air.
Yeah, it'll be good to see him, well, fight through the guys in front of him at the start of the race.
Whilst this session is counting down, I'm just quickly going to grab a drink. 1 second.
While Darnell is gone, I'm going to ask you again for some, what is it? Body predictions. Who do you think is going to get pole, or the top 3? In the stream chat.
I is back.
Hello.
Just in time.
While you was gone, I asked for some predictions. We've got 2. We've got Sidered saying Zenon for pole, and we have Smoke saying a McLaren 1-2. So that could also be Zenon.
Support as well from Smoke being a McLaren driver. Imagine the scenes.
We've also now got another one. Dorsey says race roller for pole.
Certainly a shout. I mean, is this Kolka's first race as a full-time driver now in this? I think it is.
You might be right, yeah.
That's a strong driving pair as well in the Renaults. Race roller's a reserve, isn't he? Because I think he's replacing Silly Bunny tonight because Bunny's not here.
I think you're right, yeah.
I actually follow someone that's on the track instead of the pits. Who have we got out there? Kevin just on clock on an out lap. I'll follow Giso for this lap. See what he can pull out the bag. Hasn't shown his, well, whether he has shown his pace or not, but I don't think he's fully shown it yet in this qualifying session. Could he unlock himself here? And he just prepares for a lap. The only man that's not out on the track at the minute is Tooman, so he might have wasted his extra set at some point. Let's see what Gito's got in his locker. Blasting down towards turn 1, down to 4th, up to 5th early. He's lost it slightly there. That's going to lose him a lot of time, but he's going to carry on. Just try and get a banker lap in at least. But he certainly lost quite a bit of ground. Chicane from him. Up to the fast right now. DRS open as early as possible. Heading down towards the end of sector 2. keeps coming up purple, but the game being the game.
We have now got Tooman just come out of the pits finally, so maybe we're looking for a bit clearer.
So Kevin so far on 14.9, and Gito does a 15.5, so as I expected, his lap wasn't that great. Southerner goes second with a 15.2, so Kevin at the minute is the only man in the 14 and remains so, with Race Roller not getting into the 14s, and his teammate Kolka's in the pits now. Zenon's coming through line, and Zenon goes 6th fastest, and McEwen coming around the final corner now. Where can he put himself amongst this top 10? 5th at the minute. So your first round, well, almost your first round. You've still got Rigsy out there. Let's see what he can do. But at the minute, Kevin's the only man in the 14s, which actually does surprise me. Maybe the track just isn't at its optimal at the minute. I mean, the cloud is still out, so track temperature is probably quite down. Rigsy goes 7th, putting herself just ahead of Zenon. Tooman and Cole for the M2, which haven't posted yet, but Tooman has just started his lap, whilst everyone else is getting into the pits, so he's going to have a nice open track ahead of him. His teammate's currently 3rd. Lap's looking quite tidy at the minute. And Tooman just wants to get a nice banker lap in, I guess, but
yeah, if the situation is like you said, if this is his only set of tyres, then we're hoping this is more than just a banker lap.
Yeah.
That's the best he's got.
Yeah. I mean, he still has time to come in again, so he maybe he just wanted to come out when everyone else was on their way in, just so the track was a bit warmer and he had free air, really. He's just lost the rear on the chicane, so that's going to seriously hamper his time, and expecting him to be 9th place, which he is. Back end stepping out there, massively cost him. And you've got Gito, which has just come out just ahead of him, or just behind him, shall I say. Quite early as well, 6 minutes to go. He wants to get out, get his lap done. There's the Williams driver. Looks like Kolka's probably the only other one now on a lap. The only one left not to post a time. Number 95. 21 flat in sector 1, that's good.
Lightning McQueen's number, 95. What a goat.
That's an OG. Good first sector though from Kolka. Nice through the chicanes. It's a 49 flat in the middle sector. It's definitely looking good, but rear's just gone out again. I think she may have backed out here. Or has she? I don't know, it looks like she's going for it actually. For a minute I thought she backed out, but going to carry it on. The Renault driver crosses the line and goes 3rd still, despite having that shaky moment at the start of sector 3. She still puts herself behind her teammate. So definitely more pace in the locker for Kolka if she has another set or will go again.
Just in the chat again. We've got Owen saying it's sad to see that he went from a solid, consistent Q3 on his return from South Africa, but he's now got consistent Q1 exits, which I think just goes to show how much the the league generally has improved. Like the standard of driving and the pace has just increased so much in this last season.
Just followed Gito. He was on a good lap. He was about half a second up on his own time, which would have put him very close to pole, but he's just invalidated again. Seeing that a lot so far this qualifying from Gito. Can't seem to string a lap together. Could it be a sign of what's to come in a race with his track limits? Who knows? But that might have been his second run, unless that was a scrub set he's used, or still has enough time to come out regardless. Zenon, the only man on track, or well, the only two. He's the only one on a lap though, but he's gone 80 milliseconds slower in Sector 2, so he's neck and neck with his fastest time.
It is invalid.
Yeah, just seen that. Great. Good spot. So your top three is more or less how I really thought I'd see it. Good to see Clock in 5th, not necessarily known to be one lap pace. Good, not that good at one lap pace, but when it comes to the race, he seems to come alive, and he's currently 5th, so setting himself up very nicely for the race's Clock.
So we always
see what Owen put.
Yeah, we always see Clock performing kind of the most obscure strategies, I'd say. He makes good strategies work and keeps it consistent with penalties and always pulls up with a good result.
Just for a minute, had Callum going down to turn 1 and hold the post. She didn't get in his way, but hopefully he didn't put him off. He has gone purple in Sector 1 though, as Callum McEwen. Just up on his fastest time, his personal best, but it did come up purple, so I'm going to live in hope here that it actually is the purple on Sector 1. Bit slidey there in the chicane, but didn't look like he lost him too much time. He heads down towards the end of Sector 2. He's half a tenth short of his fastest time in a minute, so he's going to have to find a lot of time in this last sector to try and climb the leaderboard any further, because he's 2 tenths behind the guy ahead. Yeah, it looks this last sector's not looking too tidy.
Very wide in the exit there.
Yeah, I was going to say the same actually. He's only half a tenth off his fastest, but that is him done. Let's follow who is coming towards the end of the lap.
Tooman,
yeah, but he's real down, he's like 2 seconds down, so
oh yeah.
His qualifying is probably over as well. I don't think anyone else is actually on a lap. Clock's backed out as well. I don't think anyone else is actually on a lap. Or is Kevin?
Yeah, I think Kevin might be.
Okay, we'll follow in then.
Going to come up to a bit of traffic. No, not quite.
That was nice through that chicane from him as well. He's got the power down nice and early. This could be an improvement on a 14.9. It is 14.8. Sexton and Gito just gone quicker. 14.7.
Oh no.
Instantly knocking him off top spot. Race roll is invalidated, and so's Kolker. So they're both done. Southerner 10th down in Sector 1. McEwen's in the pits. Riggsy's a 10th down on his personal best. Zenon's invalidated. It really is either Southerner or Riggsy that can really improve. And Southerner has invalidated as well. Humans had a spin.
I don't know where he is. He's just getting out of the way. Yeah, he's just on the inside of turn 8, like cutting the grass. Maybe he's run out of fuel. Yeah, I think he has. I think he's run out of fuel.
Possibly. I'm not. Savannah's still going for it on his lap. Like, he's not backed out. And on my screen, it's got invalidation, but I'm going to stick with him because you never know. But he's certainly not backed out. He's going for it. Comes to the line and stays 5th. So that is your quali done. Saying that, Gito and Kevin are following each other around neck and neck. Like they're racing already. But there's your top 2 just heading into the pits. And Gito with pole position, only just though. The top 3 separated by 3/10. Quite a close qualifying session.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of invalidations, which Slydro's just brought up in the stream chat, says invalid league rating. New name for the league. SLR Connor says Chito out of nowhere. Yeah, he wasn't really showing much pace throughout the whole session, but he came up with the goods at the end. We've got Freeman saying he wasn't expecting that. Owen also says Chito is elite bound, which
certainly
for
has
another
the
day.
pace. Yeah. I mean, Kevin's been another talking point as well when he's followed right close with him with a 14.8, but well, your top 10, I mean, excluding Tooman, because I don't think he got the lap he wanted, but second separating the top 9, that's actually quite a lot. Like, if you remember back to Q1 when the top 15 were separated by a second, Q3 ends with the top 9 being separated by a second, so maybe people just couldn't put their laps together.
Yeah, well, we've seen the front guys improve by about 5/10 from the best lap in Q3, so that probably helps as well, spreading it out.
Mid-season chat, just looking.
Yeah.
Guessed our names right. Very inspiring.
Know what will inspire him even more if I ask you this question, Joe?
Go on.
Is Hamilton washed?
Why on the stream? What do you think I'm going to answer to that? Trying to trigger me.
That's why I asked it.
Just trying to trigger me. Nah, I don't sink down to max fan levels. We move.
Hashtag best. Hashtag best fans.
I mean, really, I don't know what we're talking about. Vettel was the real goat here.
You're not wrong.
Right then, so 5-minute break. What to talk about? Who's going to win the race? Get your predictions in. See what you think. I'm trying to think if Are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, just went really silent, like everything, even my game.
Oh, yeah.
Does Gito got pole in Vietnam, or has he got pole before in Div 1?
Very well, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to actually take this opportunity to actually have a look in the race reports whilst I'm waiting.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to go grab a quick drink. 1 second.
No worries. May as well check what the chat's saying then. We all know the true GOAT is Scopes for sure. 100%. Hopefully he's watching. Seb Dove. Believe that's Rando. Why is this such a bad track? Well, I guess everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, the track's not too bad. I mean, for racing it's not good at all, but it's alright. I mean, yeah, it's a bit bad. Freeman with a sarcasm. Spain is a fantastic track. A lot of love for Spain in here. You really do love to see it. Just hit me some random questions. I'm quite interested to see what you come out with. Monaco is also lovely. Oh yeah, best race in the calendar. Can't go wrong with a bit of Monaco.
I am back.
Did you ever wonder? I'm just reading some of these things in the chat. Did you ever wonder why F1 cars have 4 wheels? Never really slept at night or tried to sleep at night and thought about that. But I did actually wonder why we had a 6-wheel F1 car. But
Yeah. Is there ever a
I
3-wheel
thought
F1 car?
No. To be fair, I thought this was MotoGP, but maybe I'm watching the wrong thing. Baku Castle section is the best. Jolyon Palmer certainly agrees. Or Charles Leclerc.
I am stupid.
What's your top 3 predictions anyway then for this race?
Oh, it'd be silly not to put Gito in the top 3, so I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna predict him for the win. I reckon we'll see pretty solid drive from McEwen to come through for second, and Kevin for third. So yeah, Gito, McEwen, Kevin.
Got Jam in the chat saying up the Gito. And then the next comment after that I'm not going to say, but if you've seen it. My top 3. I'm going to go with Race Roller for the win. And I think Gito will get second, and third will be... I'll just see if someone leave.
Oh, who was that? Monkey?
I'm not sure, but on the side there, someone else dropped out. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was Monkey. Yeah, third place. I think Southerner might get it. To be honest, he's been in that top 5, like most of the qualifying session. Really. I know the race is a different thing, but he seems to have better race pace than quali. I think he's gonna surprise me with third. But yeah, that's my top 3, I think. Ben's with the audacious prediction of Guna first. That would certainly give him driver of the day if he was to do that from last at a track like this. Have you invited Monkey back?
I'm just doing it now.
I know that like if people drop out in formation laps, we can't get them back in, but I think before the formation laps should be fine.
Yeah.
Midsy with gonna have to go with number 1 Racing Point driver Southerner. More support for Southerner. I think from what I've seen so far, I think Tuman's going to give him a run for his money in this race. Tuman's looking quite quick, and they both qualified in the top 10. Be interesting to see how they kind of go about their strategies. If they kind of, I think they're both starting on the same strategy, aren't they? So it's going to be a simple medium to hard, unless the safety car comes out with a start or something like
that. We're getting driver of the day votes in the chat already. The race hasn't even started.
How early?
One for V-Dubs and one for myself somehow.
That's your hero.
Yeah, good old V-Dubs.
And you've also got one as well, so congrats on that vote. I mean, you never know. If you do end up racing Sunday, you could still get one. You never know. We are actually underway then. Let's get up the telemetry. Let's have a look at this starting tyres. I don't think you can even see that. I can. So we have Preds and Division and Guna all opting for the hard tyres to start on. Everyone else, apart from Rigsy, is on mediums. So 3 different routes of starting the Grand Prix here. Right. Blue skies though.
Yeah, it's looking good.
So it is. Yeah. Got the Williams fan club in the chat. Baggy fan. Let's go Gito. Hopefully I'll get a good view for the start. But Gito, who don't think he scored. Did he score points in? Yeah, I don't think he did. Because he got a win in Vietnam and then hasn't. I don't think he scored points in the last 2 races, you know. Or maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, Championship leader Ranga's got some work to do from P11. I need to try and get myself a good view. I'm looking at the back of the grid at the minute.
It
Great.
should, once the lights come on, it should give you one.
Yeah, oh, I've got one. Here we go. 5 red lights at round 6, Division 1. And we're away. And it's looking like a better start of the line from Kevin. They're going to drag race it down to turn 1. Looks like Gito's just got the edge, but Kevin stuck his nose in. Looks like they're all navigating the first few corners without any problems. Let's see if there's any battles going on.
Liam has made a blistering start. He's up into 14th already.
Following the middle pack here, JH had a bit of wheel banging with Tooman. I think Tooman has stayed where he is. Holker looks like he's made a mistake. Now you've got the two McLarens almost side by side, and you've also got JH and the Mercedes coming around the outside, 3 into 1. One of the McLarens backs out. JH has been forced out by Rigsy, who has gained. I know he hasn't. He stayed where he is in this opening lap. Southern has gone up 1 position. The top 3 remain the same. Your biggest loser so far though is Klopp. Ranga's dropped down 2 places, down to 13th, and Klopp's down to 12th.
Not the starts that we after starting in the middle of the pack.
We've got a ghosted Southerner who is ahead of McEwen, but he's dropped to 14th on my. I think the times may have glitched a little bit, but he's. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I think he's. Oh, he's back now, but yeah, he's back. Oh.
Okay, good.
This game with the telemetry and he did ghost though, so I'm not sure what happened. There was a bit of a weird glitch that happened there, but he is P4 and Callum's P5, 2 positions up from the start. As we go back to the front, Gito just... well, he hasn't stretched his legs, he's still only half a second clear of Kevin. McEwen closing Southern ever more.
Oof, we're already seeing penalties coming through, with the first one being dished out to Owen, and then 19th sliding about through the final sector.
Gito with the fastest lap. 89. I think we've got McEwen fairly close to Southerner, but not close enough. BRS will come in this lap. So we could start seeing a few moves. I think Morgan's just jumped to place though, a monkey to saw.
Morgan's
Or Monkey?
not actually controlling his car, and neither is Monkey.
Are they both AI'd or?
Yeah, they're both.
Oh, great. So as the drivers just settle in to the rhythm, so slowly putting a little bit of a gap, but still in the DRS, or Kevin, shall I say, is still in the DRS of the Williams driver. More penalties coming up on the side. This is going to be all race long, I can imagine. So you say more? Oh yeah, Morgan and Monkey. Did they not join back or?
I'm not sure they did. No, I'm still trying to get Monkey back in, but I don't think Morgan is in a position to actually invite. I think, as you said, rage quit.
Yeah, we've got a battle for the lead though. Kevin down the inside of Gito. Gito's gonna try and hold it. Gito's had to cut the track a little bit, but Kevin takes the lead. Gito loses the lead on lap 4, and he could well be under pressure from Race Roller here. So Kevin looks like showing the early race pace. And Race Roller's following. We're going to try and follow him through. But your top 3 have pulled a 1.5 second gap to Southerner in 4th. Whether Gito made a mistake, I'm not entirely sure. Didn't quite see it. But he's made a mistake there, and he could be under pressure in the next DRS straight here. If Race Roller can nail it, which he has, and I think he's going to be within a shot. Gito goes defensive. Renault thinks better of it. May as well wait for that long straight to get past. But Gito's probably, well, he might not get DRS off Kevin.
Yeah, all this battling is giving Kevin a little comfortable lead at getting that DRS, which he has done.
And Gito's going to be massively vulnerable here. Could be losing 2 positions in 2 laps. The man on pole has just been breezed past by Race Roller, the Scotsman. And you have a new order for your top 3 now. Looks like Ranga's still down in 12th. Clock's not made any more progress from dropping 5 places off the start. If I'm right, normally Clock's quite good with his race starts, but
We've had a spin.
I
believe it is
yeah.
And
he
has damage.
Yeah. Mine tools are all over the place. I can't see any.
Yeah. Dodgy.
I'm sure McEwen will be hoping to get past Southerner as quick as possible. I mean, they're not dropping too much off the top 3. It's more or less, well, without getting an interval, it looks more or less the same as what it was before, 1.5 seconds. But from McEwen backwards, or shall I say Kolka backwards, there's a bit of a gap. There's an almighty scrap behind Kolka.
Well, yeah, JH was just about to go past Riggs now on the straight. He's got no ERS left as JH. He's used it all up already. He didn't get past him in because of it.
You might need to harvest a bit more energy and have a second go, but Riggsy is on a soft tyre, so I'm not entirely sure how long the softs actually go, to be honest.
Yeah.
But not what Owen was looking for. He's just gone in the pits to, I guess, get a new front wing.
He's
the closest battle.
Right in the midst of the leaders.
Yeah, and it's going to be his teammate who's just been lapping from the lead of the race. He's not getting the best of luck at the minute, is Owen. He just needs a good break to try and build the confidence back up. But I mean, Gito's slowly dropping back, and Southerner's just dipped a wheel in the gravel, which he's going to be massively under pressure here. It looks like McEwen's going to breeze past them in the DRS. Southerner has no defence, and McEwen is now up to 4th, and Kevin's... that's Owen letting people past.
With both him on the lap cars, he can drive straight through him, so he doesn't have to worry about getting out of the way too much, although it might be best just to get off the racing line at some points, just so they don't get distracted behind him.
Yeah. As we switch to the midfield battle, the leaders kind of starting to stretch their legs. I mean, your top 4 are all out of DRS at each other. Southerner sticking in McEwen's DRS.
Oh, did I miss
Kevin's
that?
just controlling.
I didn't realise McEwen got past Southerners. When did that happen?
I said it a minute ago.
Oh,
Southerner made a mistake.
Southerner
made a mistake. He dipped his car in the gravel on the exit of the chicane, and McEwen pretty much breezed past.
Okay.
But Southerner's still in the DRS. They're following the lap, and McEwen's got in the DRS of Gito, which I am gonna zip to now because Owen's ghosting, isn't he? Because like you said, ghosting is on. That must be off-putting as well. I mean, everything has its pros and cons, but when you're going through a car, not very comfortable. Might ruin your rhythm. But it's probably the better way forward, rather than someone's car glitching out and seeing what we saw last week.
Oof, we've got Kevin, the leader, left the lobby. I'll get him in as quickly as possible. As well as the Vision, I believe, just left. He's had an invite back from my work.
Could compromise him massively. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how slow the AI have been set to now, because I know that they were a bit weird. The difficulty wasn't representing their actual pace drop, but Kevin is probably going to lose his lead. We've got a scrap going on there with Jib Jab and JH, the two former, if you want to call it old Div 1, which they were both in last season. We're going to scrap for P7. I'm not entirely sure who was actually ahead before. I think JH has passed him, if anything. And Race Roller is going to probably go through Kevin to take the lead. And Race Roller leads through Kevin disconnecting, but hopefully we can get him back in. We want to see a battle, a race-long battle for the lead. Gito's dropping back. He's like 2.2 seconds off the top 2 now, and McEwen and Southerners are following him and closing him in as well. So Gito doesn't seem like he has the best race pace at the minute. You've got Ranga almost, or having a look at clock, battle for the points. So Ranga from the start has gained no positions and lost no positions, 9 laps in. And he hasn't found any ground yet, but there is quite a few drivers ahead of him in this midfield battle for the points. So you see clock locking up. Have you managed to get anyone back in? For some reason I'm not seeing if anyone's leaving. Like, you just said Kevin left, but I didn't even know until I went on to him. It's not coming up. Oh, there's a spin! Oh, Zenon's lost it.
Oh, where's that?
And he's fully spun it. I think he spun it again when he was trying to unspin himself. But Ranga's just got past Clock, so Ranga's gone up 2 places in the space of like 2 corners because of that. I don't know if Clock lost a bit of time through Zenon spinning in front of him, but Clock spun it. Clock lost the rear as well. Luckily, he's ghosted as he rejoins the track. But that's 2 spins in the space of like 30 seconds. We got another yellow. No, we have another yellow flag.
I'm not sure what's going on, but we've got Kevin back in the lobby, so he'll take control of his car now. He's managed to keep second, which is
oh no, he hasn't.
Pretty fortunate. Oh no.
Gito's just got past. And now McEwen's going to have to get past quite quick, which he does, and now Southerners is next. Kevin's dropping like a stone. Southerner gets past. Kevin's gone from 1st to 5th. Out of his, well, nothing that you can really do about it because he's not in the session.
He has joined back. I'm just wondering if it's maybe not letting him take control.
Weird. I'm getting constant yellow flags and green flags in Sector 1 and Sector 2. They keep changing all the time. I mean, I know previously there was issues with the game and when getting people back in, but, well, it hasn't done anything at the minute, luckily, but I just had a bit of a weird glitch. We have another spinner. That's Clock. Clock's out. Virtual safety car. My spectator
is that
Clock weird then?
It
is. Yeah. I literally just got that. Well, virtual safety car then. So lap 11. How long are these guys going to want to take the mediums before they switch to the hards?
I think we might see some people coming in if the virtual safety car stays out long enough, but if not, it's too early to come in.
Riggsy pit 3 laps ago, I did actually miss it, but he pitted for mediums. So he started on softs and now he's gone to mediums, and I mean, I don't know if he's going to quite take those to the end, and Callum's gone massively wide on the final corner. Gito's in the pits, and now we're going to have a battle for P3, or P2 shall I say, between the Ferrari and the Racing Point. They go wheel to wheel into turn 1, and was there debris that flew off? I don't know if
there isn't no damage on Callum's car.
For a split second it looked like he kind of clipped his wing, but clean racing between the two, and they swap positions again. Now Southerner is back into second. Race Roller with a 3.5 second lead now because of these two having a battle. See what Gito can do. Callum's made a bit of a mistake in the middle sector, but Gito's out there on the hard now. Fresh set. He does have some clear air. He's got Morgan ahead of him, but Morgan is not in the session. Don't think Morgan even come back, did he?
No, he didn't.
So he fully rage quit from quali, which is a bit disappointing to see. Being given up before the race has even started, but less on that.
So just looking at the battle for second, Keon has dropped quite a way back from something. He's right up against him, but now he's right back.
Maybe his tyres are starting to feel it. Kevin's not, I think Kevin is
He's
back.
just left
again.
Yeah. There's a spin as well for an Alpha.
Guna, isn't it? Well, it's one of them.
It's Monkey. Yeah.
Trying to see if the battles to follow on the track really got Division and Kolka. Well, Kolka's on a fresh set of hards and she's come out in 9th. To be fair though, I don't think not many people have pitted anyway. So saying that, Kolka's jumped Kevin. Callum dives into the pits, and so too does Southerner. Race Roller carries on. So Race Roller stretching his stint. He did have almost a 4 second or 3 to 4 second gap to these two, so he could probably afford to go an extra lap. Where are these boys going to come out? As opposed to Gito's massively undercut them. He's already heading towards turn 1 now. Southerner's going to come out side by side with Morgan, but Morgan's AI, or or ghosted. McEwen's lost a lot of time, even more.
Yeah, you made me think that the debris you thought you saw was true. The pace he's currently running at, he's dropped right off of something.
Oh, look at his wing seems fully intact, so bit of a weird one.
He might just be struggling to fire up those hard tyres.
Yeah. My intervals are just having a nightmare. I literally don't know who's near who. Literally just relying on the track map to try and capture everything.
Oh, there's a big crash for Kevin. He's been into turn 8.
Oh, he was back in the session then?
I think he might have been, yeah. Yeah, I think he got back.
DSC is out and Race Roller's going to pit. Race Roller's in a wonderful position. He's on his way out of the pits. Race Roller's been so far ahead. Actually saying that, he's not as far as ahead as I thought. Gito's... If the virtual safety car didn't come out, Gito could have been a lot closer.
Yeah.
Oh, Gito... Oh, no. Oh, what's happened there?
Yeah, he's had a half step, I think that was Gito.
Yeah, JH just picked up a drive-through for speeding under the SC. Tooman right behind Ranga. So, has Tooman lost out to Ranga? I think he may have. Not really sure where he was before the pits. You do have Kolka right on the back of McEwen though. McEwen's definitely struggling.
Yeah. Looking in the stream chat again, there's quite a bit happening. Let me just start. Sebdov believed in Gito to do an undercut, which unfortunately for him didn't happen. Sprightly cheering on Predators. Check casting on comms. Baggy saying it's Dino and Beast. This is why Kevin crashed. When he joined back, his wheel didn't work.
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, it's an awful thing to
horrible.
happen.
Yeah. Massively unlucky as well because he was controlling the pace out there.
Yeah, he really was. Ham says that ham quite sounds a lot like me.
That ham guy.
Yeah, I think that was because earlier on Sebdov said that you sounded a lot like Summers, which is a pretty specific reason for. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We did get it quite a lot. I think I have a better voice for that. I like to think so at least. Anyways, Kolka still in DRS of McEwen. Sector 1 yellow flag. That it looks like it's without going on board. That looks like it's probably Monkey.
Yeah.
Kolka pressuring McEwen though. She wants that P5 or net P4 should I say, because he's still got Predators out there which hasn't pitted yet. Same with Division. Ranger's 5 seconds off his teammate though, so he's not gonna hold him up. Just following Gito. This could be quite costly for him if he can't get past Predators anytime soon. Race Roller.
As he picks up the
Gito picks up. Yeah, Gito's on board, but Race Roller's 2.5 seconds down on the road. So Gito can't afford to be held up anymore. So it could be anyone's guess who actually takes the prize with all these penalties knocking around, but I haven't really seen any from Race Rollers to be fair. Not that I've Not that springs to mind. Oh,
Yeah, another penalty.
Gito's... Gito's in the pits.
Oh.
What
It's not
is that
damage.
for? I mean, did you get...
He get
It come up with JH, but...
As JH's one came up, there was another one that came up a split second before and disappeared straight away. I guess it was him, because he's not pulled into a pit box. He has served the platform.
Yeah. I did think he fully locked his wheels and almost span it, just as that all kind of happened. But I didn't really consider drive-through. I was just looking at JH in the bottom, so he did get a drive-through for it. Costly as well. Puts him all the way down to 9th. He's going to have to surge his way through the field again. So at the minute, your net positions are really Race Roller, Southerner 2nd, McEwen 3rd, Colker 4th, Ranga 5th. He's in a net 5th after being P11 before the end of the first stint. So the VFCs and just people making mistakes, Ranga's picking up the pieces.
Yeah, it's been a strong, consistent drive from him so far. We've got
I don't know who to watch in a minute. I'm kind of
into the pits.
I'm switching between Colker, but Southerners is behind Fred, it is, but it's not really the same race. Colker can't seem to get close enough to McEwen. We still have about 14 laps to go though. Anything could happen. We've only just reached, well, we've just passed race half distance. So race roller. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, there's a little train forming behind, who is it? It's McEwen. It includes Owen, who is actually in 18th. He seems to be kind of keeping up with those two. So he's dropped a little bit back now.
See on the map, he's behind the Renault, yeah. Well, Predators does end up pitting, lap 20. Gives Southerners free open air. He did finish second last week, in fact, didn't he? In Zandvoort, behind Kevin, finding himself in another P2. And I mean, I'm not going to say anything in terms of the championship in a minute. That's just jinxing everything. Just trying to think about the standings after this race, where people are, but pointless really saying it. But he's only 4.6 seconds down on Race Roller. The gap hasn't really, I mean, the gap from Race Roller to Southerner hasn't really pulled that much. Kind of stable, really.
Someone's just keeping him honest, albeit 4.5 seconds back. Still showing him he's there or thereabout.
Yeah, your top four are quite a bit ahead as well, ahead of Wrangler in 5th. Gito is only 6th though. Gito's all over the back of, or was all over the back of Wrangler. So Gito's dropped down to 6th after the drive-through. It's not as bad as we initially thought. Still in the top 6, and still can definitely get. He seems like he has more pace than Wrangler this whole weekend, so 5th place could be as good as it really gets. We do have a yellow flag. Who is that? Oh, that's a big back marker again. So it's Alpha again. For a minute I thought it was one of the leaders. I was getting worried.
Sprightly in the screencast says Predators is killing his track. Get in, son. Which he is indeed. He's sitting in a pretty 9th on the fastest tyres. expect him to maybe gain a couple of positions with those mediums.
Yeah, I mean, he should make easy meat of Jib Jab being on the quicker tyre, but then he's another 6 seconds down the road to the next man, Tooman. Southerners still 4.6 seconds, 4.7 seconds behind. The gap's still not changing. Colker's not, despite Callum having no DRS, Colker's struggling to get close enough, really. Callum's getting tremendous exits out of the final corner, and Colker is not close enough come the end of the straight.
Considering Colker has 80% ERS.
Dived out of the dirty air, kind of, I guess, letting him know she's there. That's a retirement in the pit lane for Monkey. Not the start of the season he was hoping for either, Monkey.
He showed some strong pace towards the latter stages of last season. Remember Brazil, I believe it was. Was he on the podium?
Oh yeah. No,
fast.
but
He was fast.
Yeah, it was Bunny that took the win, but Monkey was very quick that weekend in qualifying as well. I think he got like third in quali.
Yeah, so he's definitely, the pace is definitely there. It's just about extracting it, which he seems to be struggling to do as of late. I think with disconnects and things like that, not helping.
For sure. Gito's finding herself in a similar situation to Colker, kind of unable to pass. Colker's actually a lot closer to Callum than she has been before. Still, though, not close enough to get past the English Irishman, I guess. I mean, yeah. Technically, I don't. Oh, he's obviously got background to Ireland, hasn't he? But, yeah. Seems like people are struggling to get past each other, but we do have a battle for 10th between Rigsy and JH. Probably the closest we're going to get to a wheel-to-wheel battle in a minute. They were very close going through turn 2, but Rigsy still keeping hold of P10. If you look on the map, the field's quite spread. There's a few battles, but they're just so far apart.
We've got Liam on the back of Morgan's AI. Liam seems to have struggled today. I'm not sure if he picked up damage earlier on in the race. He's definitely max pace in today's race.
Oh, Colker's out!
Oh!
I just saw them kind of changing positions, and as I went to Colker, she's in the wall. So whether they went wheel to wheel around the final corner, Colker was on the inside, and Gito's in the pits again. Is he taking this opportunity to... He does have a 20-second... Well, he did. And Gito's pitting for mediums.
Mediums?
I'm just looking at
Callum on the softs there.
Has Callum got damage? No, he doesn't. I mean, I didn't see the incident, but it looks like Colker was maybe on the inside of Callum around the last corner, going by the position changes, and as soon as I switched to her, she was in the wall. But yeah, we're about to see the clip. I have no idea what happened. That's disappointing though.
It is.
Could have seen both Renaults on the podium. Yeah. Could have seen both Renaults on the podium, but now that promotes Ranga to P4. Didn't think... Well, I'm sure he probably didn't expect his race to be going this well. I mean, going 10 odd laps ago, he was struggling to kind of get into the top 10, and now he's 4th. After just all sorts happening in front of him. Just a note, Southerners has gained a second on Race Roller through the VSC.
Yeah.
Whether Race Roller just wasn't following his delta properly, or... Yeah, either way, Southerners closed in by just over a second. Other than that, there's not really... I don't know why Gito pit. He's dropped 3 positions, but with only like 8 or 9 laps to go.
He is flying, Nigel. He's just set a purple sector 3, so we might see him regain at least 2 of those 3 positions on Jib Jab and Predators, but to catch Truman would be a pretty hard task at this point. He'd have to drive faster. He'd have to be faster than him by a second a lap, which is, even on fresh mediums, will be pretty tough to do.
Just to note again, Southerners is 2.8 behind Race Runner now. The gap's coming down. It's come down again by like.
Race Runner's down, man.
Race Roller, has he lost his rhythm slightly from that VSC? It seems like he has. Best to keep an eye on that gap for sure, because it's slowly coming down. So, Predators is having a great race, and once again for him, I don't know why I sound surprised, because it's a common occurrence, really.
Who's that, sorry?
Predators.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Consistent.
Yeah. Can't find the position changes. He gained 9 positions. Ranger's gained 7. I'll leave the position changes up for a little bit, because we are slowly heading towards the latter part of the race, so if anyone wants to jot in a driver of the day vote now, I mean, it might be a little bit too early, anything can still happen, but we've seen some strong showings from a number of these drivers. As Owen is lapped by Predators. I mean, kudos to Owen for not giving up. I mean, he's a minute behind 15th, so he's still going. Normally you'd see some, or most drivers, kind of rage quitting, but he's just still plugging away.
Yeah, for sure, he's definitely got a positive mindset, even sitting in last out of the run.
And he's pit again, so probably going for bus lap. Southerners down to 2.2 seconds. The gap is closing, you know. We could be in for a thriller at the end. You never know.
I'm hoping for it. It's not been the most entertaining of races so far.
I mean, at this rate, you're potentially looking at a new SLR winner between them both. Neither of them have won an SLR race. And then you've got McEwen. Well, then you've got McEwen and Ranger, which we obviously know they've both won races, but the top 2 haven't won an SLR race yet, and Southerners is now in 1.7 behind the Renault.
This
race
is
rollers,
good.
It is, and we still have about 6 laps to go. The race is on. Excuse the pun for race roller.
I'm not sure if you've seen any penalties for pathway at the front 2, but I certainly haven't.
No, actually
they've kept it clean out there. So the 1.8 second gap at the moment is a 1.8 second gap.
Yeah. Giso's still sat in P8. Thought he would probably get past these 2 by now, but I'm sure he will.
Lot of support for Southerners in the stream chat, and Predators as well, getting quite a lot of love from Zydred and Sprightly.
Yeah.
Maggie fans says that if Matt wins, Matt being Southerners, Freeman has to spray deep heat in his eyes. That would be a video everyone would love to see.
Oh, he doesn't even need to agree to it. It's already done. It's now on the stream.
Had to get it out there for everyone to hear.
I mean, Freeman's probably hoping for his dear life that Race Rider can hold on. But really, it's just it is the battle for the lead, really, and Gito is behind Jib Jab, probably going to get the move done now. Predators is also going to have to go defensive. Three-way battle for P6. Other than that, it really is just the battle for the lead. Everyone else is so far apart. I'm looking at that interval. I'm not following them at the minute, but it is an intriguing battle to see between these three. Jib Jab almost losing it through the chicane, and he's gonna be under pressure. Gito right behind him. See Southerners is now 1.3, and look at Gito going down the inside, and that's a lovely move. I think he's done it. He's made it work. That was a nice move. Very unorthodox corner to get a move done. He's done it on traction out of a hairpin, but he's made it work, and he's up to 7th. And look at Southerners here. He's almost the DRS. Race Roller just doesn't seem to have the pace at this part of the race. It's just he did pit later as well, so his tyres are technically fresher. Yeah. I think he went 2 laps later, but he's just Southerners just bit away at that lead, and
he will have DRS.
He's in the DRS. He will. I'm trying my hardest not to sound biased. My heart's pounding for my own brother to try and win a race.
After all of the connection issues and game pitches he's had to go against him, it would be a great result. But obviously we can't rule out Race Roller for his first win in SLR. It would also be a great sight.
So these two are going to go for it though, 3 laps to go. One of them is going to win their first race. Unless something goes horribly wrong, but their pace has been a level above everyone else. McEwen hasn't been able to keep up with the pace. Race Rider must be feeling the heat.
Oh, for sure.
Just knowing that racing point is coming at him. And now we're heading to the... like Alex Ferguson called it, squeaky bum time. That's what we're headed to. This is going to have to be what we follow now for the next 2 laps, because this is... Don't see anything else happening. I mean, if Gito's going to be passing Predators any second. Can't keep your eyes off this one though. Gito has made the move on Predators. I didn't catch it, but he is ahead, and Predators has dropped down.
Yeah, Jib Jab made it through as well. Maybe Gito left him out to dry, or he just got a bad exit out of turn 6.
Both of these top 2 have the same usage of the ERS. They're kind of using it. But look at Southerners closing and closing. It's looking like if he has any shout at a win, it's going to have to be the final lap.
Yeah.
He's going to have to use this lap to set himself up. I mean, like we said, we haven't seen either of these top 2 actually get penalties. But who could be in for anything really.
I mean, I would ask for driver of the day votes, but this potential overtake could change your opinions, so we'll wait until after the race to ask for those.
Look how close he is under braking. This is the closest I think he's ever been.
There's a little bit less DRS, but hopefully he can, maybe he can make it work.
They're both on the same percentage as well. You're going to have to absolutely protect this. I think Raytron's got enough though to stay ahead. Final lap of the Spanish Division 1 race. The race roller has led from more or less the start. I mean, once Kevin dropped out, race roller inherited the lead and has had it ever since. But it's been closed in lap by Southerner, which isn't held. One of these two are inches away from their first SLR win. I mean, the Scotsman is in his second or his third ever race in Formula 1. He's going to take the victory, it seems, at the minute. I'm sure Sutherland's going to try and go late in the brakes. I mean, you know, these guys might know something we don't.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Sutherland might not have been pushing hard enough, or as hard as he could, just because of penalties.
But they're both 7 seconds ahead of anyone else. And Race Roller in the Renault comes around the final corner to take the checker flag. And he does take the win. So Race Roller is an SLR winner for the very first time in his, what I believe, his third race. Southerner inches away from a win. It's his second place in a row. He's starting to, you know, show himself as a new Mr. Consistent of this division. McEwen rounds up the podium. Ranger's solid drive to fourth. It's a recovery drive from his qualifying woes. I'm sure he'll be happy to take that. Tooman in the racing point gets both racing points in the top 5. Predators with a great drive to get 6th, gaining 9 positions off the start. Gito, a bit puzzled why he pit, but he finishes in 7th. And yeah, do we have a driver of the day?
Yeah, get your vote in.
Try and get, if you want to get the top 3 on.
Yes. Who was it? Race Roller?
Race Roller, Southerner and McEwen. So there is Race Roller taking the win. Southerner may have potentially done enough to take the championship lead, or McEwen may have done enough. But we'll find that one out with the race report. But I'm not entirely sure if Ranger's kept hold of it. So yeah, the top 2 didn't even get penalties, and look, Predators didn't get a penalty again. So I'm just trying to see who's actually. Have you seen any driver of the day votes? I've got Ham saying Southerner. That's all I've seen.
I think it's going to be for Matt. There's been a couple of Predators votes. We've got a Gooner vote, and we've got a Liam vote. But other than that, it looks like it's all Southerners.
Okay.
But yeah.
Keep it at that then.
Yep.
Got Race Roller here, or?
I have invited him, but he's joined.
He might be new to it, so he might not know about the podium interviews, but...
Oh, here we go.
No, he's here.
Everyone, tick the boxes, please.
Not sure who wants to kind of lead the interviews, or...
Go on, I'll let you do it.
Alright, okay. Alright, fine. Okay, alright, make sure all your boxes are ticked so the viewers can hear you. We'll start with the race winner, Race Roller. Congratulations, your first SLR win from what I believe is probably your third race or second race. Um, it was a solid drive, really. Qualified well. You inherited the lead from Kevin once he had connection problems, and ever since then, you held a you had Southerners closing you down quite rapidly towards the end, but you held your nerve and took the win. You must be feeling elated.
Yeah. Qualifying, I should have gotten pole. I got invalidated on the first corner on my second run in Q3, so I was pretty pissed about that. And then I was expecting it just to be between myself and Kevin in the race, and then obviously he got disconnected. And then after I went into the hards, I was just slow. I don't know why. I just couldn't get any speed, and obviously Southerners closing me down. I was very, very nervous towards the end because I had 2 warnings. So I didn't want to exceed track limits or anything, but yeah, obviously I managed to stay in front just about, and yeah, I'm very happy with the win in what I think's my third race or so.
Yeah. I mean, a very solid drive, and the pressure must have been super intense at the end. I mean, me and Beast just watching it, it was getting super squeaky. But congratulations on the win anyway. If that's the word, yeah. Congratulations anyway on your victory. We'll head over to P2. It's the second P2 in a row. It's Southerner. I'm just going to call you Matt.
Hello, stranger.
We were actually discussing this before the race, actually, when I said I was jumping on comms today and about potentially doing podium interviews, and here you are. You were 8/10 off taking your first SLR win. You were closing Race Roller in, like, you were taking bites out of his time lap by lap, and it just wasn't enough in the end. But either way, you must be very happy to get another second place. Hello.
It's right. No, my mic disconnected at the wrong time. I heard that. Sorry, my mic disconnected. It's only just come back. What was your question? What was your question?
You just run us through your race. Yeah. Might be easy to do that.
Yeah. Obviously, congratulations to Race Roller. I tried doing everything I could to put under pressure at the same time as catching up. Didn't know how many warnings he had, but after hearing he had 2, I did the right thing. But fair play to him for having bottle, and congratulations to Callum also. Joy to be on the podium with himself. Yeah, I gave it absolutely everything in that race. I was quite chuffed with qualifying because, as I said beforehand, 1 lap pace isn't amazing. Got a decent start getting ahead of Kolka. Once the nerves went, the pace was there. Just a bit unfortunate, finishing 8 tenths behind first. But I'm glad I've got good points today because I'm kind of writing off Monaco. So I'm very happy with a back-to-back second place. Hopefully next time it's not a second, then it's a first.
Yeah, I mean, I guess quite a few people are going to be writing Monaco off. It's just a lottery, really, at the end of the day. But congratulations on another P2 for yourself, your second podium in a row.
Thank you, bro.
We'll head over to our final man on the podium. It's P3 for SLR McEwen. It was the second half of your race was pretty lonely out there, really. We did catch you having kind of the first stint, the battle with Southerners. When Southerners got past you, I kind of thought you had damage, but we didn't think you did.
Oh.
But you started to drop. I'm not entirely sure, but you started to drop a bit of pace after that. Did you just not have the pace, or what happened?
I think the qualifying laps took it out of the tyres. I think mine just went off a little bit earlier, going out for 3 or 4 laps in Q2, and then going into the race, I think they dropped off really. There was nothing I could do, it was just too quick. It went past, and then that was it. Pretty lonely from there.
Yeah. I mean, the first stint certainly looked like you were the quicker guy, but then when you all switched to the hards, just Southerners just had the upper hand, but still third place. I mean, lonely drive, like I said, but it's still good points on the board and closed the gap to Ranga, who obviously finished just behind you.
Yeah, I mean, give credit to Kolka. I mean, she was unlucky. Partially my fault in the fact that I lost it, and she might have been put off, but I couldn't literally get her off me. It was just, she was behind me the whole time, and then made that mistake, and from there on it was literally just lonely on my own.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that actually because we didn't actually catch it on the stream. I saw you kind of chopping positions just on that final corner, and as I went to Colker, she was in the wall. So yeah, we didn't catch it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Not for me. It helped me
Anyways,
out.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, congratulations to you three on your podiums. Don't know if there's anything else you want to add, Beast.
Did you mention driver of the day?
I think didn't we not decide it was Southerner?
We
Oh.
did. It was
Oh.
decided that you were driver of the day. So
Yeah.
congrats on that.
Oh.
Not
Means
gonna
a lot.
give you another interview for driver of the day.
No, it's just what's been going on with Hotspot. And it just honestly, it just feels like every race could be my last because it's not been great. But thankfully, yesterday and today, it's been it's looked great. I haven't had many complaints, or if anything, any complaints. So big relief.
Yeah, it seemed fine all the time. Your position was fine. Everything was fine. I might sculpture a award for you and drop it off tomorrow. It's up to you. Right. We'll end the stream here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock for Division 2.
Indeed.
Goodbye.